A woman goes to the hospital to pay the fees for her son's operation. Suddenly, she hears something in her ears, which she hears she's shocked. She finds out that her son's medical report is fake. The doctor says that 20 locks were taken in the name of the first operation, and there was a plan to take money in the long term. Hearing this, the woman completely breaks, meaning her son was never sick. Whatever happened in the last 5 years was all a big fraud. In order to save money for her son's treatment, that woman kept taking dead bodies for 5 years. Whether it was rain or storm, she didn't take a day off. Once a heavy coffin fell, her leg broke, and she was paralyzed for the rest of her life. But still, she never complained about a single word. Knowing the truth, the woman's heart completely breaks. She immediately takes out her mobile and calls her brother Alex. There, the man has no idea that the woman he has always looked down on is actually the daughter of a big industrialist family, Suzi. For love, Suzi left everything and ran away and married him. But in return, she was only deceived. On the phone, Alex explains to her that he will come to pick her up tomorrow, and he promises that no one will be able to bother her from now on. After the call, Suzi tears her eyes out and decides that she will act with this man until the end. But as soon as she opens the door of the hospital room, there is a scene in front of her that breaks her heart. In the room, another woman, Jaden, is playing with her son's laughter, and her husband Steven is looking at her with loving eyes. That warmth of eyes that Suzi never got. That's when Jaden deliberately drops hot water and burns her hand. That night, Suzi gets Steven full investigation from her people. As soon as the truth comes out, she is stunned. Even the marriage certificate comes out fake. The next day, a call comes from the school that her son has a graduation function. Suzi thinks that maybe this is the last chance, so she says yes. As soon as she reaches the school, her son looks at her, but instead of running towards her, he goes straight to Jaden's lap. Jaden smiles and makes Suzi scream. Suzi tries to catch her son, but the child says loudly, "You are not my mother," and pushes her. The people around start shouting. Someone calls her a child kidnapper. Suzi tries to explain while crying, but then Steven reaches there. Steven laughs in front of everyone without seeing Suzi, and then he is forced to pull her out. He comes in anger and slaps her and says that he has put his respect in the dust in front of everyone. He tells Suzi work dirty and disgusting and says that he is not even worthy of going to his son. At that moment, Suzi's heart completely cools down. She becomes completely calm, but now Suzi does not care about anything. For the last time, she goes to the car and says lovingly to her son, "That mother, you will not be with me anymore. Take care of yourself." But the child screams at her. Here, Suzi, everything ends. She dies. She promises that she will not have any relationship with this family anymore. She goes to her old room and collects her stuff. She tears off the certificate of fake marriage and throws it in the dust. After a while, Alex's car arrives. Suzi leaves without looking back. There, Steven returns home and thinks that Suzi must be waiting for him to cook food like always. But the house is empty. He calls her, but the number is switched off. Then a call comes from the hospital. The child's fee is pending. Steven's face turns white. Seeing the certificate of the broken marriage in the dust, he understands that Suzi has really left forever.